Hi everyone, Air here. To my black cats. I don't know exactly how I want to do all of these rules, these mantras, just these words to live by. But for now, I'm just going to be straight to the point because I want you to elevate. I want you to really start to harness this divine, feminine, just black cat energy. Okay. Grab a pen and paper and write this down immediately. Write it on your mirror, write it on the back of your hand. I don't care, wear it on t-shirt. Stop explaining yourself. You are doing absolutely no favors to anyone or yourself whenever you explain. Men do not respond to explaining. Women barely respond to explaining, and most of the time, it's just to be able to be like, okay, now it's my turn to tell you why I am right. So, if you really want to get into the black cat energy and hold your power, be able to really stand on your own, you have to learn to stop explaining yourself. Now, particularly, stop explaining yourself to men. Men do not have the same type of cognitive functioning as women do. Their emotional limbic system just does not function as fast. It's not as big. They are not built like that. For instance, men do not respond to nagging or complaining in the same way that a woman responds. And a lot of women just don't get this and they actually drive themselves batty just trying to get a man to see why she cares or why this is important or just to make her feel like she is validated at the end of the day. And again, you're not doing yourself any favors. One of the quotes that I actually love from the Olsen twins, and they say that their father used to tell them this as a little girl, or little girls in this case, is no is a full sentence. No. Period. Like, you don't need anything else. No is a full sentence. You do not have to say why. You do not have to say, I'm sorry, but no. You don't have to say, these are the reasons I think this is important or this isn't working for me. No, it works. It works very well. It's been working for a long time. But when you explain yourself, you actually give away so much of your power. You actually come off as less firm because you are opening up the area of discussion for something or negotiation. And if you 100% do not feel like you want to budge on this topic, then don't explain yourself. If you do not feel like you are getting your full value in any conversation with somebody, you do not have to go any further with saying why or how or when or what is causing this to be an issue for you. In fact, if it is with a man, they respond so much better to action than they do words, anyways. And if it's with a woman, then distance, especially healthy emotional distance, can do just as good of a job if somebody has crossed your boundaries or if they are trying to test you. But do not explain yourself. The only way that I would say, okay, let's have a discussion about something is if it is a true heart to heart person that you know without a doubt is in your corner and you're trying to work towards coming together in a relationship. Now, this is not a relationship podcast. This is all about you and harnessing that black cat energy. But if you want to learn more about relationship dynamics and figuring out who you are, then I would go over to my Who Am I podcast and we'll talk all about relationship repair and just elevating your spiritual journey. But in this case, no is enough. Do not explain yourself. Do not feel invalidated and do not take away your power and give it to somebody else by explaining yourself. There are so many other methods. Like I just said, healthy distance. No is a full sentence. Also, sit down and wonder, ponder, maybe even some meditation on what is so insecure? Like, what is being activated in you where you feel like you need to make exceptions for people, or you feel like you need to explain why you feel or think or are behaving a certain way? It is your responsibility as a healthy individual to go and work on yourself. And I know for a fact you are into that because here you are listening to this podcast. And that alone should validate you on the fact that you are waking up every single day and trying to be better. But that does not mean that you're going to let somebody walk all over you or gaslight you or do any type of manipulation tactics with you. No is a full sentence. Your boundaries are your responsibility, and we'll do an entire episode on boundaries. But for God's sakes, and I love my God, like 100% all about that. But stop. Stop explaining yourself. You are losing every single time that you do that. And that is black cat energy.